Hey everyone, Andang here for some more Lord of the Rings Online. This is once again that time we make our way back into LOTRO. Hopefully all of you are excited. Maybe not about the expansion, but at least about the stream. Welcome, welcome, Shoreless Skies. Your Maga, welcome, welcome. Goshiel, nice to have you here as well. Petamika, nice to have you back here again. Brandith, nice to see you here too. Yuna, what's up? Welcome, welcome everybody. Lots of people here already. Let's go ahead and get right back into LOTRO. So when we last left off, we had the most ridiculous outfit. And we're also making our way through the story about a giant worm in Rohan's early history within this new mini expansion. Now we need to talk to Leothed at Framsburg, like inside here, so we need to cross this bridge, I suppose. Hopefully this bridge, I think this might be the bridge that's out. I don't remember. Yep, it's out. Alright. Where do we cross? Oh yeah, right down there. I remembers. It's been a hot minute since I've done this. You can jump the bridge. You know, I'll leave that to people who feel like they're more, more qualified at that than I am. Believe? I believe a lot of things. I think that one might be a little too far. See, the last thing you want to do is go a bridge too far, because then they have to make a movie, and it's just, it's not something you want to do. Invoke the God of Pans. Well, forgot that was an option.
Fasthala once stood here.
Now we can only see the ruins of Framsburg, built upon Fasthala's ruins after SCATHA's attack. And these are also ruins. Definitely the finesse.
Come, let us search the ruins of Framsburg once more and learn what we can about Fram.
But is it actually better? Yeah. Yes, it is. I definitely need more relics, but, yeah. Yeah, we don't really... We're not too worried about the outgoing healing modifier. Oh, LOTRO. Hey, Mistweaver, what is up? Put outgoing healing on the helm. Better bracing attack heal. I mean, that is true. But I don't think it's worth it. The Aithuda were badly hurt by SCATHA's onslaught, and Fram knew another attack might be the end for his people. Come, let us search the ruins of Framsburg once more, and learn what can be found about Fram. There we go. Taking up his blade, he left the ruins of Fasthala and set out alone into the wild. I will find you, worm, and I will find that worm and slay it. None saw him again for 2 long years. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Beornings are OP though. Hello, chest. Fram's wife, the shield maiden Sigrith, soon despaired that she would not return. I have all but lost hope that my Fram shall return.
Frumgar's mood grew blacker and blacker.
He had led his people out of danger and into death, it seemed. Now it looked as if it might have cost him the son he had hoped to spare. Fastala remained a broken keep, haunt of a fading people. Hope was not lost, however.
Let us learn what we can of From's return.
On the first day of spring, in the year 2000, Fram returned. He emerged from the woods, bedraggled and dirty, yet unharmed. Let us learn what we can of Fram's return from parts unknown. Hey Driftbit, what's up? Hey Thomas, nice to have you here. Yeah, Beornings aren't overpowered like they were. They used to be very overpowered, but now they're not. Not so much. Right, so we actually need up there. Maybe this way? This is looking like a lot of nope. Like a lot of nope. Hey, buddy. Drake's just chilling.
With him, Fram bore 2 great sacks, which he poured out amid the rubble of his father's hall.
He was a hoarder. Oh, dang. One was filled with treasures, gold and silver jewels of dwarf make. These are but a small portion of SCATHA's hoard. A hoarder. Man, you know you're a hoarder when you go to another hoarder's hideout and take all their stuff. Like, when the stuff you've been hoarding is just not enough and you gotta go to somebody else's house and hoard their stuff too, that's when you know you have a problem. Oh, that's totally what they should do on the show Hoarders, is just have, like, all the hoarders steal from each other. Oh my gosh. That would be the best TV ever, man. Just have all the hoarders steal each other's stuff. That'd be a great TV show. I'd watch it. Now they aren't hoarding. That's called helping. Yeah, just have them help each other by helping each, you know, have them keep stealing from each other, and then, you know, they help each other by not having their stuff anymore. And then there's like the master hoarder, and because they stole it all, they can just keep it all. It's great. Fram's people hailed him as a hero, and at his bidding, Fast Hollow was rebuilt in a manner grander than it came before. The Aithuda named it Framabog in his honor. The treasures of SCATHA's hoard adorned it. Could it be that some of SCATHA's hoard still adorns the ruins of the keep? We should search the ruins for any signs of SCATHA's treasures. I agree. Let's loot the keep. It's not how hoarding works, but it does sound hilarious. I mean, that's really what knights are, right? Like, fantastical knights. They're just, hoarders, but thieves. Thief hoarders. See, now what I want to see is like an animated version of an episode of Hoarders, where it's a knight going into a dragon horde and trying to get him to like stop hoarding everything he has. Sounds like Andang when it comes to allies. I mean, I do have a lot of allies, usually. You're not wrong. He's kind of ridiculous. But on this character, we don't. We have what we picked up so far, but we don't have, we don't keep any anymore. Hey, it's Epic, what's up? So now we're back here once again to reinvestigate a place we've been to already before. Oh hey, dang, we got more XP. That's so helpful in this expansion that raised our level cap. Dragons are OP hoarders, that's what they do. Like, that's all I want to see now is a fantasy version of hoarders. I bet there aren't any in there, but we're gonna go anyway. The environment's been good so far? No. No, it's been pretty bad. I'm waiting until we get to Gundabad, and especially the, like, war version. But so far, it's been like the worst expansion ever. Like, we haven't even had any good story, really. Like, this is the only exception to that rule so far. But you know, maybe someday. Maybe someday we'll find something good in here. How'd I get down here? It wasn't that way. Here we go. The new appraising system, yeah. Yeah, it's really not the right term. It said he's near the keep. But... oh, he is actually near the keep.
Yes, it is interesting that all of the adornments you have found are dwarf-made.
This is no coincidence, and I will explain why soon enough. What I must tell you first is what Fram did with SCATHA's bones. He made for his father a necklace of the dragon's teeth. I'm sure he loved it. When Frumgar received the gift, he was glad to be thus avenged. His happiness was to be short-lived, however. Can you avenge someone that's alive? I don't know if you can. Frumgar's illness only worsened, and he died of it a few years later, for the dragon teeth were poisoned. No. He's still breathing, guys. He's still breathing. He's still breathing. Oh man, this is like Denethor all over again. Don't worry, guys. He's still breathing. He's still breathing. No. This is Fram's son. I guess there are two Frams, technically. I guess you're technically correct.
Fram then took the dragon's tooth necklace for himself and set about ordering the lands of his people.
Did the necklace hasten Frumgar's illness? I think so. I cannot say for certain. I am certain, however, that Fram's heart only held admiration for his father. There was never an ill wish between the two, while their lives overlapped.
Fram invited the lords of neighboring lands to his hall for a great feast to celebrate the slaying of SCATHA.
Well, I gotta say, this is a way happier story than the stupid taming of the Maras, where like however many tens of Rohan kings died in a row. Because they were too stupid to not like ask nicely. Now, Andang, I will explain why the treasures of SCATHA were all made by dwarves. This is best told to you by the telling of the ill-fated feast. Fram invited the lords of neighboring lands to his hall for a great feast to celebrate the slaying of SCATHA. Both Thranduil of Felagoth and Thrain of Erebor sent emissaries, as did the lords of the woodsmen and the lake folk, distant kin to the Aethuda.
The feast was meant to be a great celebration.
Man, everybody knows feasts are a bad idea in Middle-earth.
Caused great excitement through neighboring lands. Lords and emissaries prepared themselves for the feasting and revels to come.
Okay, somehow, this helmet is even worse. I don't know how we got an even worse looking helmet with this outfit, but hey, we did. But it matches the cloak, so I mean, you know, and the breastplate. Oh my gosh, what is LOTRO Cosmetics coming to?
All the guests arrived, excited to meet the one who had slain SCATHA the Worm.
Could be a clone. The dragon wanted more frames for the horde. Oh my gosh. But your character looks so jolly. Does he look jolly to you? Oh my. All the guests arrived, excited to meet the one who had slain SCATHA the Worm. The feast began with lively song and joyous laughter. Gandalf's here. Matters took an untoward turn when Fram revealed the prize he had brought forth from SCATHA's hoard. Behold these prized treasures from SCATHA's hoard. The long-bearded herald recognized the treasures as heirlooms of his people. Why, that is dwarf treasure. I know dwarf craft when I see it. Fram blew a note upon the silver horn to begin the feast. Hold a moment, Fram. How can you lay sole claim to stolen dwarf treasures? Surely since dwarf hands were wrought, then... you would see this. They had been plundered from dwarf halls either by the dragon itself, or by those it had devoured before. Some share of the wealth must belong to Durin's folk. A reasonable request. Yes, share the wealth, Fram. I agree. Fram saw otherwise. Perhaps the request was ill-timed, while he still mourned the father he had lost to the worm's bite. Perhaps he was affected by dragon sickness from the horde itself. Perhaps some other dark thoughts weighed upon him. Regardless, he was wroth at the dwarf's request, and rebuked him. You may not lay claim to any of SCATHA's hoard. These treasures belong solely to my people, dwarf. Now look there. Do you not care about the wishes of Thryne? I do not care what Thryne thinks. He did not even come to my hall. Why are you disrespecting no good? Discussions grew heated, and might have come to blows, but for the council of Wandalb Greyheim, who came to attend the feast out of curiosity. Enough, my friends. We come here for food and drink, not bloodshed. The wizard stayed hands that had strayed to sword hilt and axe shaft. But when he prevailed upon Fram to see reason, the Lord refused his move. Fram, perhaps you and your guests should retire for the night. Speak again only when you have all slept, and when mead no longer heats your hearts. Fram, take the dragon tooth necklace and send it to Erebor instead of the treasures. Had the dwarves not enough new riches from the lodes they had already discovered beneath the lonely mountain? Were the riches of Gundabad not already laden with too many ill memories amongst their people? Had the Thuda not given them shelter in the darkest years, after the fall of Khazad-dûm? And where were they not owed tribute in return? I thank you for your advisement. I agree with some of what you speak, Wandalb. YOLO! What's up? Yep, this is horrible. What do you mean it's horrible? Anyone else having issues with lag? No.
What began in celebration almost ended in a declaration of war.
The chairs are so nice. I mean, they basic. Gerd, thanks so much for that follow.
What began in celebration almost ended in a declaration of war. Sorrowing at the failure of his own wisdom, the Grey Wizard returned to Framabarg, bearing grim tidings.
Fram was, unsurprisingly, enraged in his turn. He sent the wizard away as well in scorn. One would assume that Wandalb departed in sorrow, with the hope that he might return in time to bring together the two stubborn lords and make them understand each other when their heads had cooled. It would not be so. You don't know what happened, but you missed all the reading? Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Well, I don't have any dropped frames, so I don't know, Mistweaver. Now you have to actually read it yourself? Oh, man. Way less might. More vitality. More resistance. And way more critical defense. I don't know if I want to lose all that might. I really don't need defense right now.
I believe that it is the right time in this tale to begin following in the footsteps of SCATHA.
Your net was completely fine? I don't know. Sometimes Twitch be weird. Yeah, it still says we don't have enough room for that. I don't understand. Fram assented to Wandalb's proposal soon after the wizard's departure, for in truth he had come to dislike the reminder of his father's undoing, and was glad of an excuse to be rid of SCATHA's teeth. Andang, my friend, I believe this is the right time in this tale to begin following in the footsteps of SCATHA, or at least his teeth. Would you be able to accompany me to Erebor? I would be most grateful if you did, as I know you are in good standing with those who dwell there now. Oh, dang. On the path towards Arid Mithrin. Oh my gosh, what is this quest? Alright. Well, here's the thing. Like, it's interesting, but we haven't gotten to the payoff yet, so I don't know how interesting it really is. Like, it's cool and all, but I enjoyed the previous part of the story much better with, like, the taming of the Maris and all that stuff. But I have a feeling it's about to get pretty epic now that we're going to the dwarf side of things. And here's what I want to know. Are these quests actually even in the expansion? Or are they just like a free update to conclude the story they were already telling? I don't know. I don't know if these quests are gated or not. Because it'd be weird for a questline to be in a completely other zone to be still gated by something like that and not be part of the epic. It moves into the new area? Okay. Man, it is a long road.
Let us rest here for a bit.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing Erebor. I've heard about the Lonely Mountain, but have not yet journeyed to this part of Middle-earth. We have a ways to travel, do we not? Perhaps then we should not miss an opportunity presenting itself to us here in the wilds of Mist Hollow. Let us hunt for some meats to keep our bellies full until we reach the gates of Erebor. I feel like we probably should have been doing that before we left, but you know, whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Well, apparently Badger's not on the menu. Do these count? Nope. Moose was the toughest fight we've had this whole expansion, I feel like. It's sad. Do we really want worm meat? No, we don't. Here we go. Last piece of meat we need. There we go. Now we can return to him, have a nice nap, and make our way on to the next locale. The fact that the bleeds are enough to kill our war steed, but not enough to actually impact our health, is hilarious to me. We really need a war steed
Your
revamp.
skills at the hunt are impressive.
Thank you, Andang. Your skills at the hunt are impressive. Perhaps one day they will be seen. They will even rival that of Fram's hunting prowess. I think they already do. Now then, I'm feeling rested enough to continue our journey towards Erebor. I'm ready to depart when you are. Any more appraising to do? Thankfully, we're not even in that storyline, so thankfully that hasn't been an issue.
Erebor!
To say that the structures of dwarves are grandiose is but an understatement. To behold such structures with one's own eyes. Erebor is a wonder indeed. We have made it.
Now that we have arrived safely at Erebor, I would very much like to have a look around this grand hall under the mountain.
Yay, progress. Thank you for including that in your narration. I couldn't tell otherwise. PC. Who's PC? Now that we have safely arrived at Erebor, I would very much like to have a look around the grand hall under the mountain. When Thrain's herald returned to Erebor with the necklace, Wandalb had accompanied the herald to speak on the Ithura's behalf. I assume that the Grey Wizard did all he could to help ease the tensions between the two people. Player character? Oh, yeah. He's a professional gamer. The emissary also bore a message from Fram. It reads, "Jewels such as these you will not match in your treasuries, for they are hard to come by." Time to go in Erebor.
Hail! Have you come to heed the summons to war?
There we go. Progressing that war quest. But see, you can get the quest from Erebor, so I don't get why the stable master at the war place only has returned to the starter zone areas, when you can go there from Moria, Erebor, Minas Tirith, and all sorts of other places. I feel like that's a big mistake, but you know, what do I know? Maybe they don't want low-level players to accidentally click on the wrong one, I don't know. Seems like a pretty foolish reason if that is the case.
It is said that when Thrain received the gift of SCATHA's teeth, he was furious.
He believed Fram's missive to be a taunt, and would not be moved by even the Grey Wizard's most cunning words. He cast the necklace aside, proclaiming that such trinkets were poor substitutes for his people's birthright, and sent Wandalb away. Not wise? What's up? Yeah, that's my guess. You'd still need to unlock the stables first? I think so. I don't think you have to unlock the starter area stables, though. Go back to the start. Oh my gosh. Go back to that upstart's Rick and tell him the gold he clutches is Weregild to kings greater than he and I ever shall be.
Wandalb remained at Erebor for weeks afterward, pleading for Thrain to see reason.
But the Dwarf King never again spoke to him or counted him friend. It was a dark time. It makes me wonder if the necklace was cursed.
Do you suppose that SCATHA's necklace is still in Erebor after all these years?
Or did Thrain throw Fram's missive out of his hall? You explain, oddly enough, that you have encountered the necklace once before, or at least part of the necklace. The missive had indeed been kept by Thrain and left forgotten in Erebor until you had come to the Dale Lands recently. You suggest visiting Frothy, the lore master in Erebor, as he is well versed in the history of SCATHA, the worm. Fascinating! I knew that you were the right champion to call upon. I thank you for this story, my friend. Come, let us speak to the lore master Frothy. Ally of history, here we go. Oh boy. We look so dorky. Level 20 going outside into level 130 zone, there'd be a lot of my aggro to kill out there. Well, the place it takes you to is not to a zone, it's to the mission area.
Ah, it is good to see you again.
Your friend Leothrin searches to pin the true tale of SCATHA and Fram. Do not think me rude, but I would say if a man or dwarf were to pin this tale alone, it would not be the truth. The history of that man and worm still pains both our peoples. Perhaps then we should all work together. I myself have always been puzzled with the written history of SCATHA and Fram. If there is more to the story, and I would expect there is, then what is to stop us from finding it? I will accompany you if you will have me. I will bring with us what remains of the necklace. I should warn you though, our journey will most likely have to take us to the Grey Mountains, where Fram's body was found. We will be at the doorsteps of war. Playing my life as a teenage appraiser? Oh my gosh.
Working together may be the best way to complete the tale of SCATHA.
And strengthen the bonds between dwarves and men. Frothy, your knowledge will be most valuable. I would be honored if you were to accompany us on this journey. Let's depart for Scarhold when we are all ready to... okay. But you couldn't port me to right by where you are? Scott is busy with dwarves, running about in preparation. Okay, that's great.
We should be careful going forward, my friend.
The dwarves that gather at Scarhold do so for war. Aye, a conflict is certainly coming with Gundabad. We should gather what supplies we need and prepare for what lies ahead. Luckily, the supplies were already prepared and are sitting just right over there. Oh crap, never mind, there's 6 of them. Kisus, what's up? How's the new content? Horrible. It's pretty bad. Figured as much, yeah. But we're still having fun making fun of the content. Hopefully Gundabad will be better. I would be shocked if it wasn't. I feel like whatever this was had like the B team, and I'm hoping that the A team is working on the next update, because Cordovan was saying that they were working on the next one too, so. I mean, so far we've not had any story that's been really interesting, aside from this like side plotline we're doing right now. But even that's been
Thank you for gathering these much-needed supplies.
These will be crucial to our search for truth. Our journey is about to bring us ever closer to conflict. I believe that we are all in agreement to press on.
Frothy has told me that the dwarves march into Elder
Hey,
Slade.
Rooney Keeper, what's up? Willie Gnome. Thank you so much for that follow, Willie Gnome. We're now just we're 2 followers away from our goal of reaching 1,800 followers here on Twitch. How do we know they're safe? I mean, that's a good question. Hey, Ashley, thank you so much. We are now just 1 follower away from reaching our goal of 1,800 here on Twitch. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, he did announce last week that he wasn't gonna have Court of the Rings this week, before the expansion released. So yeah, that's not a surprise. My guess is that what ends up happening is usually he takes a vacation the week after an expansion launches. So I'm guessing he's on vacation this week, or maybe he has other stuff going on, but typically in expansions past, most of the developers take a little bit of time off that first week after an expansion. While we all search to discover the truth between Fram and SCATHA, perhaps we should look more closely at how Fram's death affected the Aethuda. We may uncover some hidden truths on our search. Family stuff this week? Yeah. Hey, Jinjar. Frothy has told me that the dwarves marched into Elder Slade and have established a fortified post there. Elder Slade so happens to be where Fram's body was found those many years ago. It is for that fact alone that we must march with the dwarves. Except we're not going to march with the dwarves, we're just going to go there. Man, I was hoping for like a cool marching with the dwarves moment, but no. Nope, we're just going. Okay. Alrighty, game. The music here is so good, though. So let's see. The Stalemaster's way over there. What we could do... Let's see. At Rushgate. Arid Mithrin and Elder Slade. Oh yeah, so we need to go there anyway. Let's go do that. Not that way. Oh boy. So anyway, hopefully Gundabad will get here sooner than later and it'll be actually good. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in the first half of this next year. So hopefully we'll get it in like April or something. So that we don't have to wait forever for actual good content in LOTRO. Man, don't you hate it when you have to ban people? I don't. Bring on the ban him. Wait, we did that quest. Pretty sure. Oh, it's repeatable. Why? Why is that quest repeatable? Alright, whatever. Cord's live now? Oh. Well, I guess he just started late. What did he ever do to you? Oh, man. Uh-oh. Yep, I knew it. Alright. Wish we could have seen this place in its heyday. It'd been really cool. Probably. Oh, man. People on the stream tend to be diehard LOTRO fans. When you say on the stream, do you mean in the chat or do you mean like the LOTRO stream team? Yeah. But I mean, his viewership is like less than 100 as far as like people that tune in every week when there's not news. So I feel like that most of the people that watch the stream during like expansion launches and stuff aren't in that group. But I could be wrong. Finally to the end of this introduction quest. I don't know if it was worth going all this way. There's a lot of Ironfold artifact chests. If you need Ironfold artifact chests, this is the place to go, man. That's actually a really cool bridge. Wow. There's like ruins of the previous bridge. That's really cool, actually.
Well, what tales have you to tell?
Why, the great champion comes to Rushgate. Humble Rozat is very happy to see you again. You have done so much for the Zelruka already. Now that you are here, Gundabad will certainly belong to the Zelruka once more. Oh no. Oh, do not worry. Other brave heroes are here too. I did not mean to put the weight of the entire march on your shoulders, my friend.
Out with it!
Even though that's totally what's going to happen because you're the player character. We march to Gundabad together, all of us who march. We are all the Galika, the Great Force. Are you on your way to Anak Corfu? You must be, as the Rush Gate is but the start of the march. Could you do something for me on your way to Anak Corfu? I want to lift the spirits of all those in Galaka. Let us raise banners along the path, as it is now under control of the Gabalaka. Oh, and one more thing. Could you investigate the small encampment of Kadash Gara for me? I am not sure what the dwarves there presumably are doing to keep themselves busy. Andang actually finally discovers the starting quest of the zone. Yes. 7 hours into our adventure here, we've finally found the starter quest.
Welcome, adventurer. Our prince's call to war must have reached you.
He will wish to speak with you once more. At once, rather. Proceed upstairs to the war room with haste.
Glory awaits us!
Well met, Andang. I hope your travels since Yarnfast have been prosperous. Yes, I've decided to leave the iron mines for once and help my kin who journey towards Gundabad. You see, digging the mines in Yarnfast is not that different from building a bridge. In fact, I build bridges over chasms in the mines all the time. Indeed, I consider it an honor to oversee the building of these temporary bridges, and put my skills to good use. Now that we are able to safely set foot in Elderslade, there is another matter that needs attending. The road ahead is dangerous, for landslides seem numerous around here. Would you be able to tend to the road, and make it clear of debris, so the path is once again safe for those who travel further west? If I had more time, I would investigate these landslides, for I believe something is causing them. Okay. Alright. Well, we're finally here at the start of at the start of the zone, and I think that is as good of a place as any to end off. So when we return, we'll go do all those quests. But that is not till next time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, we might as well raid Core of the Rings. That's where everybody else is going anyway. I usually try not to stream past noon Eastern anyway. On Fridays. Alright. Bye. Oh my gosh. LOTRO storm? No, LOTRO stream. It probably is a storm over there, but we'll raid LOTRO stream. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you again hopefully tomorrow for some more LOTRO. But that, of course, is not till next time. Take care, everybody, and let's have fun with this raid.